Hello, Fatima. How are you doing?
Hi, ma'am. Good afternoon, Fathima.
Yeah, yeah. Hi, Fatima. So you are going to present something now, right?
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Can you do you have any presentations like the PPTs, some other else?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Can you please share your screen?
Yeah. Now, I'm going to discuss about Anaplan. I have listed some topics about Anaplan. And these are the topics which I have show about Anaplan. What is Anaplan? Getting ready to build time and
Fatima, I can't
versions.
see your screen, Fatima. Share your screen.
Yeah, is it
Yeah,
visible?
now you can walk me through this PPT. Yeah, go ahead, carry on.
Yeah, now I discuss about Anaplan and I have listed some of the topics about Anaplan. What is Anaplan? Getting ready to build, time and versions, list, and module design. These are the topics which I'm going to discuss about. What is Anaplan? Anaplan is a analytical planning. We can do planning, budgeting, and forecasting. Planning is if we need to do any planning, any sales for an organization, how sales will be done, which product should go out, which how we do planning for that particular product. Uh, we can say that as planning. And budgeting means if we need to make any product, how we divide the budget for that product. That is called a budgeting. And forecasting is based on the actual planning. We'll do forecasting how in future years that will do predict how it will be in future. And it is a cloud-based platform which enables planning such as financial planning and everything. And Anaplan only gives what is needed to move the business forward, and it is completely based on internet browser. We don't need to install any softwares or anything. Only we need is internet browser. We can log in anywhere from the world, and it provides services whenever or wherever the cloud user of the cloud needs. Decisions can be made very quickly rather than weeks and months. And this is about Anaplan. And the benefits of Anaplan is multiple people can work in the model at any time, at any from anywhere, and changes can be made in real time. End users can update the list. It is very dynamic and collaborative, very easy to use, and adapts quickly means uh, uh, if uh, if end user need to make any changes, he can uh, he can do and he can interact with the clients on daily basis, and he can make changes. And it focused on the target and components of Anaplan. We have 6 components of Anaplan: workspace, model, list, modules, line items, and user experience. Workspace means uh, workspace is where our company private area in the cloud, which holds all the models we have done. And model defines the use case of what we are discussing, what we are going to make planning on which business. So it defines use case of the business. And list means list is a very key component of Anaplan. It will be created once and we can use multiple times in the model, solely we call as a key component. And hierarchies, everything can be used in the list. Modules holds the calculations and functions, everything will be done in the module. And line items, where our logics, our calculations, everything will be done in the modules in line items. User experience, we create user experience for the end user, how end user can interact, how he use Anaplan, how he can update and edit. By giving permissions, he can update and do anything. And these are the components of Anaplan. Now, going to the next, it is a building blocks of Anaplan. Building blocks of Anaplan, we have 3 building blocks: central library, engine, and UX pages. Central library, it holds the business like organization structure, products, region, location, country, everything will be done in the central library, and it can be referred multiple times throughout the model. uh, so we can call it as a central library. Engine is where the hardware calculations, everything will be done in the engine. And UX page is how the end user will use and how he do planning for further. Uh, it can be called as it is called as UX page. Next, this is the structure of building block. This is the central library. These are the list, and this is the engine. Here we are giving inputs and calculations will be done, and outputs. These are the outputs. Here we present the outputs through the user experience. User experience through end user. UX page from the UX page and classic dashboards. With that, we present our planning and everything to the end user. Uh, this is central library. Here we use this list multiple times, so we call it as a central library. This is the structure of building block. And next is how to create model. So I'll go to the workspace and show how this. So I'm going to log in. We can log in through Anaplan by using anaplan.com. Here we should give credentials to log in, email and password. So this is how we log in into the Anaplan. And we log into the Anaplan space. So these are the models, whatever we create will be displayed on the here. And these are the managed models. Here we can so here we can create any model. Like now I'm creating a model called example model, and click on the create model. So this is the model which I have created. By this we can log into the Anaplan and we can create a model. Mm. The next slide is what are the plans. Plans basically it defines the rules. Basically are the plans which helps to build the structure and design. And we have plan means performance, logical, auditable, necessary, and sustainability. Performance describe the correct structure and formulas, and logical means how we build structure and formulas very logically. Auditable means we can break the formulas for better understanding. It improves the performance and efficiently. Necessary means if we need to make any module or anything, we only take what is necessary to build that module. So it avoids the unnecessary calculations, formulas, and everything. This is called necessary. And sustainable is we build for the future. We build the model with the future in mind. What is DISCO? DISCO stands for data input, calculations, output. Data means we'll be taking a source and transaction data, and input means we'll be giving input to the user. And system means system is used for performing calculations, and we can use this in multiple areas in the model. And it is used for time setting modules, and we can use for mapping or reference. And calculation is used for optimize the performance. And output is it used to report what we have built. And these are the disco. And next we're going to time. What is time is pre-built in the Anaplan model. and it have it all the models will have by default time, and it is used to structure the data. We can access yeah, I will. So this is the time. So this is the calendar type, fiscal year start month, fiscal year label. These are the options in the time. So this is a calendar type, months and quarter months, calendar months, quarter, years. What if we create any model, it will roll up to the months to quarters and quarters to years. Fiscal year start months means in India financial year is April. So in India it is April. So he can we can choose anything here, any month which we need to do as per the requirement. And fiscal year is just a label. It is just two-letter words. We can keep anything. If we change anything here, we change anything here, it will be display. It will be reflected in current fiscal year. So we should only fiscal year should be only two letters, two-letter word. So here we can choose the current fiscal year as per the requirement we want, and number of past years. Past year is zero. No, number of past years we can set whatever, and future years we can choose the past years if you want to know any past years. If you want to get the past years data means here we can select past and future years. Mm, minimum is past year is 20, we can set up to 20 years of past data, and future is 50 we can set. And current period also as per the requirement we can set the current period. And here we have other options like weeks 444, 454, 544. If our planning needs in weeks level, then we can keep as 444, 454. Here it will the same as end of the fiscal year label. If end of the fiscal years means we can set here December last Saturday, like that we can keep as per the requirement. And these are the current fiscal year, number of past and future. And these are the aggregations. These are the aggregations we can keep: quarter totals, quarter, half years, year to date, year to go. And this is the week general. Here we can set start date and number of weeks and current period as per the requirement. And is that is this is a 13 4 week period, means it defines which quarter contains the three periods and which contains the four. In accounting cycle, it defines 13 accounting 13 accounting of four periods. Here also we can select of what we need to make. So here I will show the aggregations of every quarter. Now I'm going to create a module and I will show these aggregations how it will work. So I'm going to modules. I will create a module example. And line item as total, whatever we can take. So I have selected here quarter in time. I've selected quarter. So here it will display a column for every 3 months period. One column will be added as quarter. So this is the quarter. Yeah. For every 3 months period, one column will be added as quarter. And if I select half year, I select half year totals, and I'm going to apply. So here it will change for every 6 months. One column will be added as H1 FY22. And if here I have kept past year 0, I will change past year 1 and future year 0. If I apply this, here the data will come from Jan 21 to up to 22. This is half year totals. And I'm changing to year to date summary, and I'm applying this. So year to date. Now I'm selecting one value. Here if we have two options, copy across or copy across or copy down. Here I'm selecting the copy across, and in current period I'm keeping as March 21. So here one column, and now I selected year to date. Here I added here it will be added one column as year to date. I selected April, March 21. So it takes the values uh, from April to December. From April to December, it will take the values, and some will be some sorry, year to date means it will take the values from Jan to March, and from Jan to March it will be summarize the value and it will be displayed in this year to date. If I select year to go, and I'm keeping the same current period as March 21. And here year to go column will be added, and it will summarize the data from April to December. From April to December, it will take all the values, and that values will be summarized and it will be displayed in the year to go column. This is the year to go. And total means it will take from past, future, everything will be displayed. If I choose total of all periods, it will take all the values. It will take from Jan to all periods. From 21 to past year, 1 year, present year, it will show all the periods which we have set in the calendar type. This is the time. So the next slide is, this is the time calendar which I have explained, and this is the time range. Time range, if we have a large set, we have large data, and we need to only we have kept past as 2 years and present one, and future 2 years. Totally we have 5 years. If we need to show in the model only 1 year, in the sense we can use time range. So I will uh, explain the time range, how we can do. So here I have time range. Now creating one I'm giving the name as code user. Yes. Hello, I have now start periods FY22, and I given the number of periods as 1, and I'll save this save time range. I have selected this. So this is how we can create time range. Uh, this I will explain in the modules. If I need to make any, now I'm going to show how it is work. Example 2 I have created, and I'm removing the time. So here the time range will be added in the list and rollups. I'm adding one line item as code. So normally if we make any module, it will take the values from 521. So here I created the time range because I don't need FY21. So it will only take the values from Jan 22. This is how it will be useful. This is the time range. And the next slide is versions. Versions are basically used to set up the scenarios. And if we add any additional version, can greatly increase the size. These are the versions. Time and versions are the default in Anaplan. Here, actually, we have two versions, actual and forecast. Actual is by default, it will be recognized by the Anaplan. If we need to change anything, means it will not be, we can't change. It is by default. Here we have forecast. If we want, here we can, if we need to change anything in the sense, it will be recognized by the Anaplan. We can't change anything. If we add anything here, it will greatly increase, it will increase the size of the model. This is about versions. And switchover. Switchover is used to create a rolling forecast within the model. If we don't need the switchover means we can remove the switchover by selecting the drop down. Switchover will be enabled whenever we create a new model in switchover where actual become forecast. Switchover is used to create a rolling forecast and switchover actual becomes forecast. So I will create a module. Three. I'm giving a module name as example 3. Now I'm creating a time line item as system. Okay, I have created. And switchover version as must because we are in switchover where actual becomes forecast. So we need to take a version as a dimension. Sample 3 versions and the line item as system. So uh, I have created a module with switchover. Now I'm keeping the switchover date as as I'm keeping as March switchover, and here this is a pivot where we can change rows to column, columns to rows. I'm keeping version as columns, time as rows, and line item as pages. Okay. Here I'm giving value. I'm choosing a copy across. Here I'm giving so this switchover means actual becomes forecast. In actuals, I have created this, I have applied this values, and I created switchover as March 21. And up to March, it will take the actual values in forecast. Up to Feb, it will take the actual values as forecast. From it will, if we give anything here, it will take here. Up to I have created switchover as March. So it will take the up to Feb value, it will take from actual values. If I change anything here, it will be reflected in forecast. So this is the switchover where actual becomes forecast. So here, if I change anything here means it will not change in forecast. Only I have created switchover from March. So it will take the values from up to Jan and Feb. So this is the switchover. Next slide is the types of list. We have 4 types of list: flat list, number list, composite list, and list subset. Flat list, it contains the number of hierarchies. In flat list will be having parent-child relationships. So it will not contain hierarchy. There are not the number of hierarchies. In flat list, it contains the parent-child relationships, and composite list and hierarchy list. It will contain the parent-child relationships. If in this data will be uh, roll up data will be roll up, and it will be summarized into top level. For example, if a total company is a top level as G1 region, and G3, we have three regions as G1, G2, and G3. I have kept the region G1 region, and G3 location will roll up to the G2 country, and G1 roll up to the G2 will roll up to the G1. So it will summarize the data, and that will be produced in G1. So this is the composite list. And the number list. Number list is used to create a unique identifiers for each list item. And if we have duplicates, if we have if in a company, if we have so many employees with the same name, it will create a unique identity for each employee. This is the number list. And list subset, if we have larger list, if we have larger list that which matches a certain scenarios, if we have large list and we need to find who is the active employees in that, means we can create a list subset, and it will only show who is active in that company. So drop down list or pick list means that it is used to edit or manage changes by end user, and they can also change the values. This is the drop down. So how to create a list? Going to the workspace, here we have general list, and here new list. Here we can create list, and settings tab, general list. Here new list, we can click here and we can create any list. This is how we create a list. Given, so this is an example for hierarchy list. I'm creating an example. So I'm creating a list, hierarchy list, G1 region, G1 region. So list is added. G2 region, G2 country, sorry, G2 country, and G3 location. So here we can add list. I have added a hierarchy list G1, G2, and G3. In general list, this is a hierarchy list. So we have parent-child relationships. So this is a parent hierarchy. So I'm adding G2 country parent as G1 region, and G3 location as G2 country. G2 country. So I have added the parent for geo hierarchy list, and now I will import the data in G1 region. So here we can import. I'm opening the G1 region. Here we have import option. I'm clicking this import action and choosing file. We can add or we can insert here manually. Americas, Europe, Asia, Pacific. So I'm adding 3 here. And we have, this is a hierarchy list. So I'm here giving the top level as all regions. 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 Yeah. So this is a hierarchy list, so it will be connected, interconnected to everything from region. This is, I have taken region as a top level. So from here it will roll up to Asia Pacific, data will roll up to the Europe, and this will roll up to the Americas. So I'm giving here the code because with code only it will match the data and it will give MER. Yes. Yes. Now I'm uploading the countries, and I'm going in preview. We can upload country file. We can browse and we can upload here countries. This is the file. Next. So this is the parent-child relationship. So I'm giving country as country name, and we have parent for G2 country. So parent is parent, and code I'm giving as country code. So run import. Parent. G1 all regions. G1 region, G2 country. Will load again. Import. Sorry, I need to import and G2. G2 countries. Select country name, code, parent. It does not come. Okay, I will recreate this. Geo. I'm creating a dummy list under this. Geo hierarchy. Here also we can insert. I'm inserting G1 region, G2 country, G3 location. Okay. Reorder this. Bye. Here I'm giving top level as all regions. I'm giving parent as G1 region and G2 country. So in G1 region, I'm uploading, inserting data manually. Americas, Europe, Asia, Pacific. So I'm importing here again. To give code. By code only it will take A M E E A E M E M E A S P C. Country, country name, country code. ER. So here like this, it will roll up the data. Uh, this is the example for geo hierarchy. MER. MER. AMER. EMEA. APAC. G1 region, G2 country, G3 location, Even is Americas, Europe, Asia, Pacific. Americas, Europe, Asia, Pacific. Europe, Asia, Pacific. CA parent for everything. G1 region, G2 country. Country, countries. Check the header rows. Country name, parent code. Given code. To give code, then only it will match EMER, AMER, MER, EMEA, APAC. Yeah. Countries, country name, code, parent. Yeah, this file is successful. Here, so whatever the America in that location, it will roll up the data, everything to the Americas. In Europe also, it will roll up the data and it will summarize in Europe. From Europe to it is roll up and it will be summarized in top level. So this is the country and I'm uploading in the locations to upload. Select the file of location, location, open, location, okay, location, select location, location name. For G2, G3 location, the parent is country and code is location code. Run import. So file is successful. So in location, so here it will be this in this country's data will be roll up to top level. So this is the example for geo hierarchy. So I have uploaded this files example for flat list. So I'm creating a list of flat list, flat list. Here I'm creating list as size. So go to the general list. So I'm giving top level as all sizes. So it is flat list, so we don't have parent-child relationships. So I have created a list. Now I'm uploading a data in this. For browsing the size file. Show size. Select the file. Now next. So here sizes for size, name, code for code. So we don't have parent for flat list, so keep it as empty. Five are updated, so it is a flat list, so data will not roll up and summarized. So example for number list. Number, now I'm creating a list of number list. And also create in this to insert employee hierarchy. And even departments. E2 employee. So this is a number list I'm giving as hash employee. Yeah. So here we can select where we should place. There. So here I've created this two. Next, update employee list. For using number list, each list will be. So here we will import the data of even departments by selecting the file of department. Departments. Then next. So department name and department code. And import. So five are created as departments. Here I'm giving top level as all departments. Here this is a number list. So here in the configure tab, I'm clicking the box by checking the box as number list. So and apply changes. So in a properties tab, I'm creating a name, display name, so it will identify the unique names. So insert, I'm keeping a name as display name. Display name. Okay. So name is a text, so I'm keeping format as text. Text. So this is So after creating, go to the general list, and here we have uh, check the number list column as number list. So in a properties tab, I'm giving this as a display name. So it will take the names of, give the names to unique identifiers to each employee. Mm. So this is the number list I have created. Now I'm creating a subset. So it will give only people who are active in this, in that company, organization. So I'm creating a subset as E2 employee hash. This is I'm giving. Go to the insert and E2 employee hash colon active. Okay. Now I'm here importing a file of employees. Employees. Then this is the file source file. Here, code is a code. Parent is the department code, and E2 employee is I'm keeping as active. So it will take the employees who are in the active, and I'm giving the display name as employee. So it will give name of unique name for the each employee. So run import. Target parent. I need to give here, before importing we should give parent, so it will take. Now I will re-upload again. Employee select same parent department code employee display name, run import. So 111 got updated, file is successful. So in grid view, it will show the who are active. These are the active employees in the organization. So this is the example for number list. So I have created this in the next slide. So it is about modules. Modules are the engine of the model. So it will be grouped together and named as a category they serve in the model. In modules, we'll be creating we'll be creating modules by using dimensions like time scale, line items, and by default, all modules have time as a dimension. And we can find the module dimensions while creating the module. We need to give dimensions. Then we can find this under list and rollups. And dimensions can be adjusted, and they can be after creating a module. Also, we can create a line item. How we create a module is, so go to the modules in the settings tab and insert a module. So these are the dimensions. We can use these dimensions for creating a module. So here we should give name, and we can give the dimensions any of these we need. So here this time is by default, and we can create the line items here in this column. So I'm adding as I'm taking dimension as G2 country. So this is here I gave the country as pages, and this is the line item, and time is this is the time. So this is how we create a modules and line items. So here we can give a formula and everything. Here we can give line items. It holds the calculations, and we can perform the calculations in the line items, and we can refer these line items to any other modules in the model. So we end users to add the data to the model. Line items belong to the modules in which we are created, and we can refer to other modules also, and we can create a line items after module is created. We can also create the line items after module is created. Functional area, next slide, is functional area is used to group the modules together and classic dashboards that are in the model, and we can see the contents. This is the contents panel. We can see functional area in the contents panel, and functional area are used to group modules to what are the uses of functional area is we can group modules together, and we can organize the classic dashboards for the end users in the contents panel. Here we can by here toggle this button, we can provide the data to the end user in the contents panel. So this is the topics I have concluded in this interview. What is Anaplan? I have told and this what is Anaplan, getting ready to build time and versions list and module design. And yeah, thank you. Shweta, I have completed the interview.